Now, Matt Hancock has been in I'm a Celebrity for less than a week, but in that time he's been made camp leader and nominated for 6 Bush-Tucker trials in a row.
And he's also been stung by a scorpion, although we've just had an email in from Paul saying, and how's the poor scorpion this morning? He's been covered in slime, he's been forced to eat animals' private parts, and he's also been attacked by a snake. But will his stint in the jungle help to salvage his reputation, or is his career over?
Well, let's talk to PR advisor Andrew Bloch, along with Showbiz reporter Ellie Phillips, who's here in the studio. Andrew, let's start with you. I mean, he's winning the PR campaign, isn't he?
I don't know. I think there's still a bit of time to go, really. I mean, it depends ultimately on what he's trying to achieve. If his future, in his mind, is getting back into the cabinet, being a minister again, I'm not sure it's such a great move for him. But, you know, if he's looking for a platform to reach a younger generation that's perhaps disengaged with politics and hard to reach, then maybe it could be a good move.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, he's clearly not thinking of his political career in any way, shape or form with this. He's thinking about becoming a personality, isn't he?
Not really sure what he's thinking. I mean, it was obviously a big decision for him and one that he won't have taken lightly. I think ultimately it's almost like a form of rehab for him. He's looking for this opportunity for forgiveness, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's bring in Ellie Phillips in all of this. Hello, lovely to see you. Do you think that this is working out from a PR point of view? Because I'm beginning to see a few people on social media beginning to think, fair enough, like he's been targeted for nearly all of the trials so far, and he's taken it like a bit of a champ.
He has taken it like a champ, and he's thrown himself headfirst into all these trials. They haven't seemed to faze him, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. I think a lot of people are like, why is he not struggling with all of this? This is awful what he's being put through in terms of how difficult the trials are. I don't think it's helping him PR-wise, because when he's having chats with people, they still keep bringing up, you know, he's been made camp leader and he's dishing out rules, and people are like, oh, are these rules or guidelines? And people are very pointedly making, you know, comments and questioning him about things. And also people are picking up on social media when he's saying things like, oh, I fell in love and that's why I kissed my now girlfriend, you know, while everyone else had to adhere to these COVID rules. And I fessed up. People said, no, you only, you know, resigned because you were caught out. So there is this narrative going alongside it where people are picking out what he's saying and actually going, you're not quite on the money there at all.
Pixie says it's not Matt Hancock's fault he's chosen for every task. You can't deny he's doing very well.
He's doing very well in the task, but I think that is separate from him doing well as a person. You know, there are constant conversations in there of like, you know, why are you here? What are you doing this for? What are you trying to get out of it? And a lot of the celebrities in the camp aren't being fooled by what he's saying. Oh, I want people to see the real me. You know, he went in there saying
why are they doing it, though? That's what I'd be saying if I was him. Well, why are you here?
But they are bona fide celebrities, and I think that's the difference. Yeah, because
well, Boy George I've heard of.
Well, yeah, but the celebrity is a famous person who is celebrated. Matt Hancock is not celebrated in any way, shape or form, so he isn't what I would call a bona fide celebrity.
Well, let's bring in Andrew Bloch and all this. I mean, talking about, you know, the PR and whether or not this has worked for Matt Hancock, it certainly isn't working for any of the other contestants, and you'd be understandably annoyed, wouldn't you, if you were in the jungle not getting a look in for any of the Bush-Tucker trials?
I think so. I think it's a bit of a challenge for the producers because, you know, love him or hate him, he's good TV at the moment. And they're trying to sort of balance it out. You can see that they're getting him to do tasks with other people and not let him take the spotlight completely. I think really it's going to come down to how he's perceived on the show. And it's still pretty early days in terms of the jungle. And, you know, when you go on these types of shows, you have to be yourself. You can't be anything else. So he is coming across as a okay person, I think, so far. Perhaps it's just a little bit too soon and the country and the campmates aren't quite ready to forgive and forget just yet. And to me, that's the biggest issue. Is it just a sort of big ego trip for him and a quick fix that just can't be fixed in such a short space of time?
I sort of don't care what the other campmates think. Got to be honest. But we've got to leave it there, sadly. Thank you both very much indeed. Good to see you.
Let us know your thoughts at home if you are a big fan of the show. Has it been hijacked by the Hancock circus, or are you loving it?
It's not him, though, is it? This is what I don't understand. It's not him. It's people voting and the producers, how they edit it all. They're there every 24 hours. They cut it down to, what, an hour?
Well, Melanie says, I wouldn't blame the participants if they quit the show for not being chosen to participate. They're not getting a look in.
Yeah, they're sitting there making money by doing nothing. What's Simone about? Why would they quit? Sit there, rake in the cash. But I mean, what's wrong with these people? We've got more coming up for you in just a couple of minutes.